and welcome to Yoga for Leg Cramps in pregnancy. They can be a real doozy, waking you up in the middle of the night. Ouch! Man, and you can't even move your legs. So the very first thing is, if you're experiencing leg cramps, especially in the middle of the night, but really any time of the day, chances are pretty good you need more calcium in your diet and more magnesium in your diet, more vitamin D in your diet. So the first thing I'm going to show you is, this is Garden of Life Raw Calcium, and I've been taking this for years now. My homeopath, who's also a nutritionist and an RN, she told me to take this, so you should start taking this because your body stores calcium for later milk production. So not only do you need that calcium, your baby needs that calcium. Now, there's magnesium in this, so for some people, a little more magnesium is necessary too, but sometimes magnesium, different types of magnesium can affect the bowels, so they make your bowels pretty runny. The one that doesn't is called magnesium glycinate, and that's what I like to take too. This is great because it doesn't negatively affect the bowels. And vitamin D. Matter of fact, when you are pregnant, studies have shown, and I have a whole blog post on this, that you need 4,000 international units of vitamin D. These are mini gels. This is one of these tiny little pills is 5,000 international units. Like they come in like 2,000 or less. And then the other thing that's really great is pure magnesium oil, and you can just rub it into your skin at night. So those are the little tips that I'm going to give you. But let's just start by getting ready, and I'm going to move back. I'm sitting up on the folded edge of a blanket because it just helps my pelvis tilt forward, takes pressure off my back. So point and flex your feet, or you can just move them around in a circle. Just get the calves warmed up a little bit. You're moving them around in a circle, reverse the direction, and just get those calves warmed up. Yeah. Now if you've got a strap, a yoga strap, you don't even need a yoga strap. Not everybody's got a yoga strap. You could use your dog leash and wrap it around your foot and pull that way. But you can also come onto your hands and your knees, and that's the next thing we're going to do. We're going to come onto our hands and our knees and bring the knees underneath the hips. Your hands can go under the shoulders. If you have any wrist issues, you can just come onto your fist, because really the focus we're going to do is you're going to extend your right foot straight back and curl the toes under so that the ball of the foot and the toes are in contact with the mat. And then I'm going to really push pretty intensely out through the heel of my right foot. This is a pretty darn intense calf stretch. And you know what? You don't even have to get out of bed in the middle of the night. And there's Doodle. Come to join us. You have to get out of the bed. Just roll over and come onto your hands and your knees and push out through the heel of that right foot. Good. And then try the same thing on the other side. Curl the left toes under, put the ball of the foot and the toes on the mat, and push out through the heel of that left foot. And you decide how far you want to go. I know that sometimes if I've gotten a cramp in my calf in the middle of the night, the next morning it feels like I did like 100 calf raises at the gym. So don't overstretch. Take a nice deep breath here. Good. And then come back onto your knees. Now, with your knees underneath your hips, take your hands about 6 inches out in front of the line of your shoulders. Your hands are a little wider than your shoulders. Again, if you have any wrist issues, you could do downward dog with your hands on blocks. I'll start out with my hands on blocks. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my toes under, lift my knees, lift my hips, and come into downward dog. You might, even if you're not ever able to get your heels down onto the mat in downward dog, then try it with the blocks. You might get a nice deep stretch. You can bend one knee at a time if you want to. Pressing the opposite heel down as you bend the opposite knee. Good, and that's about it. You can also come onto your hands and your knees. You can do downward dog against the wall, and I'll show you that in just a moment.